Hey, I'm Rob from JTLpodcast.com and this is Love Letter Batman, tiny little box clamshell thing with a tiny little bag. And what this is a twist on the original Love Letter where you are, the bad guys have escaped from Arkham Asylum and the card in your hand represents who you are, who you're representing. What you're trying to do is eliminate the competition. If you've got a villain in your hand, obviously you want to be the highest ranked villain. You're also trying to... with Batman, you're trying to capture the villains, which will score you points. So let's take a look at the stuff you get in the box and the gameplay. So here we are. Here's what we're used to in Love Letter. We've got all the cheat sheets there with the list of cards. Here's all the cards. And in case you haven't played Love Letter before, what you'd do is you would shuffle this. I'm zoomed in very close, aren't I? So what you do is you shuffle this deck. Everyone would get a card. You get one card put aside. You have 3 cards faced up in a 2-player game. But what you do is you draw a card from your hand. So I've got the Joker. The cards are numbered 1 to 8. You would draw a card, and what you would do is you discard a card in front of you, and you activate its ability. So in this case, I'd use the Batman ability. I'll go through all the abilities in a bit. And what you can do is, with cards like Batman and stuff, you can knock players out of the round. And what you're trying to do is try and either be the last one surviving by knocking everyone else out, or as the game is going on, you're going to be discarding cards and playing their abilities. If the deck of cards runs out, whoever's got the highest total of discarded cards in front of them will gain a point. And the points tokens are really nice. So here we go. Look at those bat symbols. They are awesome. And you're just going to play through until somebody gets 7 of those Batman tokens. They will win the game straight away. So let's take a look at the cards and how you can gain points and what the effects of each card does. So let's start off with Batman. There are 5 Batmans in there, and what you're going to do with this one is quite straightforward. You name a card other than Batman and choose another player. If they've got that card in their hand, they are out of the round. So if somebody's got Bane, for example, and I discard a Batman card face up, and I say to that person, I think you've got Bane. If they have got Bane, they will discard it. They can, of course, lie if they want. If they lie playing a game like this, probably don't play games with them anymore. So what you would do then is, because it's a Batman and you've defeated a villain, you will score a point. So you will gain one of these point tokens just for that during the game. And a lot of people miss that rule, even though it's in massive letters at the back of the rule book. When you successfully knock out another player of the round using Batman, you gain a Batman token, but not if you get rid of a Robin, because obviously Robin's on your side, so why would you? So here we go. That is the Batmen. There are 2 Catwomen. The dots there tell you how many cards are in the deck. Where's the Batman card? To show you that there's 5 there. So Catwoman, look at another player's hand, that's straightforward. Bane, you and another player secretly compare hands. The player with the lower value is out the round. So if you've got, say, these 2 and the other player has these, you would discard your Bane, say, okay, I'll choose you. You secretly compare. You can see that Harley Quinn is the higher number, so this player would be out, and that's sort of how Bane works. Robin is also obviously Batman's friend, so it says there, look, until your next turn, ignore all effects from all other players. So that's any card that they can't target you with any card, any Batman card, any Bane card. They can't target you with that card while you've got a Robin. And then on your next time round, you'll play a card, you'll discard it sort of on top overlap. You kind of discard your cards like that so people can see which cards have been played, because it helps. And then, obviously, as soon as Robin isn't your top card anymore, you're free to be targeted by whichever card they choose. So there is Robin. There's 2 of those. There's also 2 Poison Ivy. Choose any player, including yourself, to discard his or her hand and draw a new card. So you'll force them to discard a card and draw a new one. You can target that. You can play that on yourself if you like. That's quite good if somebody knows you're holding a certain card. Then you can force yourself to discard it and kind of cycle yourself around. But there's Poison Ivy. It's pretty cool. Two-Face. Switch hands with another player. It's always dangerous because it means they know which card you're holding. If they draw a Batman, you're in trouble. Number 7, the best card, Harley. So if you have Harley in your hand, you've got either Two-Face or Poison Ivy in your hand, you must discard her. So that is the 5 and the 6. So if you ever have those 2, you must discard Harley Quinn. And of course there's only 1 Harley Quinn. There's also only 1 Two-Face, you can see from the dot there. 1 Harley Quinn. And finally the Joker. If you ever discard the Joker, you are out of the round and you lose. There's also a list of cards you can get. Shows you the number, how many copies of the card and what they do. Just a brief look at the rules there, so that's really cool. I love this version of Love Letter. It's that whole Batman thing, getting the extra token. In normal Love Letter, when you use a guard, if you eliminate somebody with a guard, cool, they're out the round. You're kind of one step closer to winning the round yourself. And especially if they're in the lead, if they've got the most points at that point, you've knocked them out the round, they can't score a point this turn. you're closer to winning the game. But having the Batman scoring the extra points as you're going makes this the best version of Love Letter for me. I absolutely love it. It's brilliant. It's worth giving it a go. I believe it's now no longer in print, unfortunately, so if you haven't got it and you want it, you're going to have to pay probably much more than it's worth. I think 3 times more than its original price at the moment. So that is Love Letter Batman. Remember to like, share and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at JTR Podcast and find the blog and the podcast at jtrpodcast.com. I've been Rob, aka Jesta ThaRogue, and I'll see you soon.